just him coming in this last 10-12 days or so has given the players a lift. We had obviously Joe here, who was absolutely brilliant, and obviously the season I worked with him last season, he was an amazing character and goalkeeper, and it was really important for us to bring in someone like that and have him work with Casper for the period that I did. I knew his hunger, I knew how competitive he was. I also knew how good he is around his teammates, and of course coming into a massive club like this is something that he really relished. So he's settled in very, very well. He's obviously an experienced goalkeeper, but he's an outstanding goalkeeper and someone that we're very lucky to have.
How close is Paulo Bernardo to a return to Celtic?
Well, hopefully it's a matter of hours. He's due to have a medical, so hopefully he'll be well with that. But so yeah, we still have work to do. But in transfers there's lots of moving parts. It's never as easy as just seeing a player and bringing him in. So, but we would hope by the end of August that we would have the team support it how we would have wanted, because it's so important that you cannot snooze in this game of football. You always have to be developing and improving, and we want to ensure that we have an improved squad for this season in order to take on all the challenges that we have.
Has it been a slow window in general, in football in general, do you feel, or is it something that it will start, the pace of the window will pick up come August, nearer that deadline?
Yeah, I think it will do. I think speaking to a lot of managers, it's been that. I think that obviously, especially with a lot of the top English teams being away, and obviously having the Euros and everything else, the squads are a little bit broken. So it's not really until they come back and all together they can see what they have, and obviously then there's a knock-on effect to that. But yeah, I think always you want to get your work done. Everyone would love to get their work done as soon as they can. We'd love to have had everything done for the first game of the season, but that doesn't necessarily always end up being the case. But for me, my hope is that we can be much stronger coming out of the August window than what we finished last season.
How hard are you trying to get Idah back?
Well, Adam's a Norwich player. I said that he'd obviously done fantastic with us last season, and we'll just see what happens over the coming weeks.
How do you deal with the Matt O'Reilly situation when there's apparently been bids for him to make sure that he keeps that focus while he's a Celtic player?
Well, he is. It's been actually straightforward with Matt because he's such a great professional. I think always the challenge, for teams coming to a club like Celtic is that they sometimes can place a value on the league and not the player. And I've already said to the club, we all understand the model here. Players will come in and develop. It's not a club that you have to move on from, but obviously there's riches in other leagues much greater than ours that allows players to go and improve their conditions for their life. So we all understand that. But I think it's really important from my perspective, if a player does leave here, that as I said, they play the value for the player, and that's not something that sometimes can happen. Sometimes the value will come in a lot less. But I've worked in the Premier League. I understand the levels there. I understand the players and what the values are. So so no player will leave here unless it's for the right valuation. And at this moment in time, there's been no team that's been anywhere near that.
How